Well, my friends, this is a doozy. Let me tell you. I heard yesterday about something called the Holy Spirit Board, which is a so-called game, a board game that is manufactured by a company called the Spirit Games Company. And the Holy Spirit board is nothing less and nothing more than a Ouija board, a talking board, an occult device used to communicate with, as we all know, spirits, quote unquote, but actually, of course, demons. Um, the Holy Spirit board has a very disturbing marketing plan. The board is obviously meant to be a joke. It is a device, a tool that is purported to help you to communicate not with spirits like a Ouija board, but directly with Jesus, our blessed Lord. That is right. The board looks very much like a standard Ouija board. But instead of having a heart-shaped planchette, which you place your fingers on and ask the spirits to move it around the board and spell things out for you, it has a planchette in the shape of a cross. And the board is filled with sacred images, including images from the Christian faith. A video promoting the so-called Christian version of the game has been circulating online, and it points viewers to an actual product that's available on their website and on Amazon. The video features a man dressed like a Jesus figure. He says Ouija boards are dangerous right before licking the so-called Holy Spirit board. In the video, the person dressed like Jesus says, "The power of Christ compels you to get yours today." On the website at holyspiritgames.com, the video is featured along with the copy, Holy Spirit Games presents the Holy Spirit Board, a new way to pray. With other spirit boards, you have to worry about ghosts and demons haunting you and your family. But with the Holy Spirit board, you only have a direct line to Jesus Christ himself. It's all the fun of speaking to the dead with none of the risk. Simply place your hands on the magic cross and let JC guide your hands to answer all of your prayers. The blasphemy is insane. And you know what? God is not mocked. God is not mocked. This is from the Amazon product listing. Get the answers you need. The Holy Spirit board can answer all of life's most important questions straight from the man himself. Huge 12 by 18-inch game board with beautiful artwork featuring the crucifixion and the angels of heaven. Beautiful golden magic cross planchette with metallic mirrored finish. Perfect for churches, prayer groups, or just getting together with friends. Unlike other spirit boards, this one will never contact evil ghosts or demons, so you can ask your question with an assured sense of safety. Holy Spirit Games is the entity behind this so-called game, but I was not able to find who is the owner of this company or who came up with this absolutely horrific idea. The company then produced a second video featuring a young Black man, and he says, if you call yourself a Christian, listen up. I've been Christian my whole life, and talking to Jesus is nothing new to me. My faith is what guides me to do the right thing and be a better person. But the problem is the Lord's messages weren't always clear. He describes his first interaction with the Holy Spirit board, saying that he immediately felt Jesus inside him when he touched the golden cross planchette. Quote, Jesus's messages are super clear every day, and I can understand it in plain English, he said, thanking Holy Spirit Games for reigniting his faith. God is not mocked. Though the entire premise of this so-called game is of a parody or a joke, obviously it's not a joke. We know that any person who uses a device like this is legally within the grasp of the devil, puts himself up for that, because the devil is nothing if not legal. And if you open the door for him, he will come in, and he doesn't care if you think it's a joke. He doesn't think if you think it's a parody. He doesn't care if you think it's fun. Many Christian leaders and holy people have gone on record to denounce this, including Catholic exorcists who have completely denounced this. One of these leaders is Father Ernesto Caro of the Diocese of Monterrey, Mexico. And he was giving an interview with EWTN Nightly News and said that this device is a trap from the devil, point blank. The devil is always looking for different ways he can trap the victims that he can take for himself. And this one, people think this is giving us the chance to communicate. Ouija games and all this are forbidden in the Bible. I would say the fact that this is supposed to be a joke makes it 1,000 times worse than legitimately trying to use a Ouija board to contact, someone's poor dead relatives. So much worse. So much worse. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you probably are not going to want to hear, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that this reminded me actually of something else that's a total deception in Christianity today. And that is the Jesus Calling books. And I think people that would be outraged about this Holy Spirit board, quote unquote, game or parody are a lot of the same people that swear by the Jesus Calling books that are written by the Presbyterian wife of a missionary named Sarah Young. I'm sure a lot of you have a copy of Jesus Calling in your home right now. There are 5 million people all over the world who use this devotional every single day. Jesus Calling is no less than a channeled document. Sarah Young claims that this devotional was dictated to her by Jesus Christ. In the recent reissues of the book, the publishers, knowing that Christian churches were finding out about this and coming down on the author, began to take out references from the book that allude to that. In fact, Young herself said she was inspired to start so-called journaling inspired by Jesus after she read a book called God Calling. That was an outright automatic writing dictated book by earlier anonymous authors. Those authors of God Calling said that God had dictated passages to them that they wrote down, and they used automatic writing to do it, removing from their mind any thoughts. Totally not something that Christians want to ever do. We never want to make our mind a blank slate for something else to write on. So they did this, and they claimed that God dictated the book to them. Well, Sarah read this book and she was absolutely enchanted by it. And at the same time of being enchanted by it, she said she was dissatisfied with the Holy Scriptures. She was dissatisfied with the Bible. It wasn't enough for her. She needed something else, a little more, something more personal. So she decided that she was going to take out a journal, try to empty her mind of any thoughts, and allow Jesus to speak to her. So now millions of people all over the world every day think that this is a wonderful, touching, motivational Christian book. It's not. It's from the devil. It's absolutely from the devil. And if you have a copy of Jesus Calling or any one of the, I don't know how many spinoffs from it that that publishing company has published now with that, under that franchise, please go get them right now and take them out in the backyard and burn them in your fire pit or burn them in a garbage can. I'll wait. Okay, that was one of the best things you could have done for yourself this year. Good job. I hope that you'll spread the word about the so-called game, the Holy Spirit board, and I hope that you'll help me in trying to track down who these blasphemous, completely ridiculous people are who put this out, so that we can spread the word about them specifically by name and warn people about this not only blasphemous product, but dangerous, spiritually dangerous product. Imagine poor kids, a kid finds this in the house, funny gift given to one of their parents by some stupid friend of theirs, and they've got their friends over and they break it out and they start to use it. That's what's going to happen. And then these poor kids are going to open the door, not only to the occult, but to that same misguided, completely anti-Christian idea that the Holy Scriptures are not enough for us. So bad, so many ways. So please spread the word about the so-called Holy Spirit board. Share this video, like it, comment on it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. And please, wherever you go, find those Jesus calling books and encourage their owners to burn them, because it's no better than the Holy Spirit board. Thanks for being here today, you guys. I really appreciate everything that, every minute that you take to be here with me, and all the comments that you share with me, and all the emails that you write to me. I'm going to do a mailbag pretty soon, because I've got some really good letters from you guys. Ursula Bielski at sbcglobal.net is where you can send those. And I hope to see you back here next week. Got some great guests coming up this month, in addition to some original content from me. And I'm just so happy you're here. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. And until next time, remember to pray for ghosts. I'm Ursula Bielski.